Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Devi Shatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So even this chapter we are discussing about the divine and demoniac natures, chapter 16. So as we were discussing about chapter 14 also, the three modes of material nature. So these subject matters especially helps us to introspect, to understand our situation, position or current nature, right? Why it is important to understand? Because then from there we can make progress, understanding where we are and understanding where we have to go or what is the destiny or destination. So we can choose a right path to move on this journey. So as of now, like we could see Krishna explaining about divine nature or the divine qualities we could discuss. And then after 4th onwards he started speaking about the demoniac qualities like pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness and ignorance. All these are demoniac qualities. How to divine and demoniac qualities means simple. When our nature, our qualities align with the will or with the nature of the Lord, means that is divine. And if it is not aligned, that is demoniac. Very simple to understand. Means because we are spiritual, we are part and parcel of Krishna, and like Krishna is having qualities, divine qualities, similarly we also have qualities, divine qualities, Sat, Chit, Anand. But when we are disaligned, when we are not means in our true nature, that is what demoniac nature. And divine nature means when we are aligned with the nature or the will of Krishna. So here we see that all these demoniac qualities, and also we discuss about the difference between demoniac and divine nature. The demoniac nature will lead towards degradation. That will spoil our consciousness. That will bring sufferings in life, misery in life. And divine qualities means that is for happiness, that is for elevation of consciousness. So very simple to understand. So all these different qualities, if we want to make a happy life, we want to lead a better way of life, better relation, whatever is required to be happy in life, then we need to redefine our character. We need to redefine, or we need to develop these divine qualities, right? And that's why intelligent people, they say that instead of making your to-do list, make to-be list. We should prepare a to-be list. We never bother about it. Every morning we wake up and we start just preparing our to-do list. Every day we are doing the same job. So it is also mentioned that if you're doing, even Albert Einstein that is saying that if you're doing the same job repeatedly without understanding and expecting a different result, that is not going to happen. If you're doing the same job and expecting a change, expecting a different result, that is not going to happen. So if you want change in life, then you need to choose a right course of action, or you need to choose a different activity or different character to bring change in life. So overall, if you see, this Bhagavad Gita is a personality development book. It's a personality development book. I mean, we have some characteristics, we have some nature, maybe some qualities, and in being with that nature, with that character, whatever we are experiencing in this as of now, that is because of our current character. If we want a shift, if we want a change in our dream, in our future, means if we want to change, for that we need to change our character. For that, we need to change our action. We need to change our habits. So ultimately, we need to redefine a character. What exactly you want to be. So if you decide first that what exactly you want to be, and based on that, very easily you can define your action activities. So like this is another learning Bhagavad Gita. Like most of the people outside, act first, do later. Oh, so act first, ask later. Uh, Act first, ask later. But Bhagavad Gita is teaching us ask first and do later. That is what Arjuna is asking. Understanding the real self, understanding the real purpose of life, the real process. And that is what Krishna is explaining. So we need to define what exactly I want to be. Once we are clear with that, then we can define action. We can define different characteristics we need to develop. We can define a process to develop that, right? So this chapter again helping us a lot to understand the nature and how we can, so we can change that. So if I ask this question, what exactly you want to be? What do you want to be? Well, what is your dream? How you want to behave? How you want to? Even one somebody a devotee asked that. Just imagine. Just I'm giving you one scenario. This is kind of a meditation, going forward in life, and just imagine you're no more. You are no more, and there is a last rite, and what do you call? There's an assembly, and best of your friends and relatives they are there in prayer meeting. And just imagine how you want them to speak about you, what they will speak about you. Just do this introspection or just do this meditation. Going forward in life.
What want them to speak
Means what exactly? No, just
not
not want, but I'll say, just imagine what they will speak about you. This is a very nice meditation. I mean, this is a practice we will come up with. This is what called start with thinking. What do you call it? This is what the 7 habits of highly effective people. So start with and. Start with and means and goal. First, see what exactly you want to be or how you want people should speak about you. How people should remember about you. Think of that, and then imagine what you have done as of now to achieve that.
So there is a story about the Nobel Prize which is being given after Henry Nobel.
Okay.
He was the person who discovered dynamite also. And at some point of time, there was some other person with the same name. He must have passed in the newspaper. There was an obituary that Henry Nobel passed away, and then people commented bad things. Such a bad thing. He has discovered dynamite, which is so bad for humanity. This, that, all those things, and that is what hit him very badly. Will I be remembered like that? And after that, he said, all my assets and this and that, whatever money, that is when he started the Nobel Prize. The world should remember me otherwise. So now you don't remember him as a discoverer of dynamite. No one talks about it as much as every year someone
is
is
more
talking
destructive.
about the Nobel Prize.
Yes.
So that's when he consolidated all his wealth and said, okay, every year this Nobel Prize will be given for achievements in constructive work.
Constructive work, yes.
But it was just that same thought कि इधर कि किसी गलत नाम से चला गया and what people are reacting.
This kind of people, even end of their life, they realize it, whatever they have done. I think I don't exactly remember. Maybe the same person. And somebody just commented that after third World War, there will be a fourth World War something, and it will be a stone war, something like people will use a stone. Such a destructive invention, or that is what means. It was like after third World War, there will be nothing. Everything it will become a stone age again. It's all destructive. Though maybe they may have different desire when they were doing this invention, but ultimately without right understanding. This is also very important. This is what we are discussing in this chapter. The demoniac, even this is one point Krishna is raising. They think that whatever they are doing is good, but because they are doing without any guidance, without any godly will, and whatever they are doing, that is destructive in nature. So they think that, okay, I'm helping the world, but ultimately that is destroying, disturbing, destructing. So this exercise, especially when we think of it, that okay, what somebody is talking about me, it is just reflecting that okay, what exactly I want to be, how I want to be remembered at the end of life. Somebody just uh, talking bad about me. So this is one point. We have to come up with those things that people should remember. Also, he was so loving, he was so caring, he was so devoted, or he was with so many good qualities. People should remember for that, right? People should remember for that. People should cry. When you die, people should cry for you. So that kind of life. Now we have to think of what am I doing to achieve that purpose? Am I really doing that? Huh? So this will help us 2 months back or 3 months back, what I did to achieve that purpose. Means this will help us to define our purpose, define our character and the process, and we start living that kind of life. So this chapter or is helping in that way, understanding our nature, which one is divine nature, which one is demoniac nature. So let's go through that. So yeah, the transcendental qualities are okay. So Krishna, like in 5th verse, I'll just quickly go through the translation. The transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation, whereas the demoniac qualities make for bondage. Very clear. Means divine qualities, liberation; demoniac qualities, bondage. And then he is assuring Arjuna, do not worry, O son of Pandu, for you are born with divine qualities. So anybody who is on devotional path, devotee, they need not to worry about it. He's saying because you are already in devotion, you are already a devotee, so you need not to worry about it. You will be liberated. So, O son of Pratha, in this world there are two kinds of created beings. One is called the divine and the other demoniac. I have already explained to you at length the divine qualities. Now hear from me the demoniac qualities. So here onwards we are going to hear about, quickly we will read translation and see what are those demoniac qualities. So those who are demoniac do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior nor truth is found in them. Not truth is found in them. First of all, they are not clear what to do, what not to do, like we were discussing about. They are doing without any understanding, without understanding the repercussion of those activities, how it is going to help the world. Because they do not have any higher, or you say like guidance from higher authority. So whimsically they are doing something without understanding why they are doing. So this is demoniac, this is destructive. So neither cleanliness means externally and internally not clean. Not only external cleanliness, sometimes people may be very clean outside, but internally they are not clean. Whatever they are doing with ulterior motives. They have some personal agenda. They have some destructive mindset because they are so much selfish that they just want their own benefit. For their own sense gratification, they are ready to do everything, anything. So, not proper behavior, not truth is found in them. Not truth is found in them is like a cheating propensity. Means whatever they are doing to justify that, they will do anything and everything. To distort the message or to convince people for something, they will do everything.
Present what they are not.
If they know that this is not good, but they will propagate it in such a way that it is true. So, I mean, Even Prabhupada explaining, even not truth means demonic people, even in the form of a scent also. Sometimes saintly people you will see, they are disguised in the form of a scent, but they are preaching wrong thing. They are preaching there is no God, there is no need to worship, there is no God, and you can worship yourself. This is also demonic preaching. We will discuss like one point when we were discussing about the three modes of material nature. Even devotion is in three modes of material nature. Do you understand? Devotion is also the devotional practices, devotional services we are doing, that is also influenced by the three modes of material nature. Not devotion, we'll say. Devotion is always transcendental. Devotional services, but the consciousness we are serving, or we are doing rendering devotional service, that is means devotion influenced with the three modes of material nature, our consciousness, I'll say. So even sometimes you will see spiritual people, saintly people, they are talking against God. Against God means God has no form, there's no God, like this. This is all demoniac. This is all in mode of ignorance. So they say that this world is unreal, with no foundation, no God in control. They say it is produced of sex desire and has no cause other than lust. Huh? These are the thought process of demonic people or materialistic people, or people who are not aligned with the thought process of God. Means this material world is just only one purpose is enjoyment, sense enjoyment. And the grossest level of sense enjoyment is sex life. So they see this world is made for this one purpose alone. There's no foundation. No foundation means there's no cause behind it. They cannot see God behind this material universe or material nature, because they do not believe in existence of God at all. So how do you see? Most of the people now, they have this kind of mindset, right? They do not want God in their life, or they do not believe in it at all. So they have faith in other things, but not in God. So this is demoniac. Following such conclusions, the demoniac, who are lost to themselves and who have no intelligence, engage in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world. Getting the point? Yes, Prerna Mataji, you were talking, giving the same example. Yeah. So because somebody, see, devotees, whatever they do, they take reference from a scripture. What is really going to help self and for the world. So they are following higher authority. And if we do not follow higher authority, and whimsically, if we do based on our own understanding that, okay, what I'm doing is right. So out of ignorance, uh, that will create destruction. So because they do not have intelligence to understand what is right and what is wrong. So they are engaged in unbeneficial, horrible activities. Horrible activities. So when we take this example, of course, whatever creation, whatever we see in this material world, anything, there are two, means it's all about utility. If we utilize it, then of course we can get some benefit out of it. So because ignorant people, they do not have even this knowledge how to utilize it. One who is creating out of ignorance, and another who is misusing it out of ignorance. So both are like destructive. Because if we are doing anything wrong, it does not mean that it is just for the self. If we are doing wrong, we are even doing wrong for others as well. Means our character, our behavior is not impacting our life, only our life, but others' life as well. So either doer or the people out, means other people, they are also getting affected with that. So demonic people, they are irresponsible in their activity. They think that, okay, whatever I'm doing for me. No, I am free to do that. No, because anything we do, that is impacting others' life as well. So, but demonic people, they do not bother about others. They are just concerned for themselves, for their sense enjoyment. Taking shelter of insatiable lust and absorbed in the conceit of pride and false prestige, the demoniac, thus illusioned, are always sworn to unclean work, attracted by the impermanent. So all these are small, means all these words, if you see, we can go in detailed discussion about, means many times we have discussed also lust. This is the foundation of demoniac way of life, lust. Huh? And insatiable lust, like we in third chapter also we were studying, like uh, this lust is insatiable, no, it is always burning like fire. The more you pour oil into it, the more it is going to be to become ferocious. With some people outside not having this understanding, they think that once you satisfy your lust, you will be free from lust. No, this kind of mindset is there, that if whatever kind of lusty desires you have, just satisfy that, and then you will be free from that. But Krishna is saying, no, it is just like a fire. If you pour oil into it, that is going to burn more ferociously. So that is not the process. So pride, false prestige, the demoniac, thus illusion, always on unclean work. Unclean work, not recommended by scriptures. All activities which is against scriptural injunctions. So they are engaged in that kind of activity. They believe that to gratify the senses is the prime necessity of human civilization. Their goal of life is only sense gratification, only eating, sleeping, mating, defending. They do not have any higher purpose. Just meeting the bodily needs. That is also one need may be there, but they do not understand that this maintenance of body or maintaining this body, there is a purpose behind that. There is a higher purpose. They do not know about it. Thus, until the end of their life, anxiety is end of life. Their anxiety is immeasurable. So they're always suffering. But because of conditioning, because of illusion, they are not experiencing that. So, bound by a network of hundreds of thousands of desires and absorbed in lust and anger, they secure money by illegal means of sense gratification. All these are self-explanatory. We can understand, we can see that, right? People with greed, with lusty desires, uh, they are always after money, wine, women. This is demoniac. Huh? They are always after such things, and they think that if you have all such things, then you are successful. Like you were giving an example. This is what the material world. I mean, people think that if you do not have girlfriend, if you do not have money, if you are not going through pub, discotheque, means your life is spoiled. If you're coming to Krishna conscious activities, oh, why so soon? Why so soon? It means you have lost everything now. You have nothing in life. So this is kind of mentality they have. If you have given up bad habits, then you have spoiled your life. This is the mentality. Uh, the demoniac person thinks, now you see what are the thinking process they are thinking from. So much wealth do I have today, and I will gain more according to my schemes. As I said, like this is all about introspection. No, do not judge others. It is just for our self. It is for introspection. We have to see how we can advance. We have to understand our current situation. So, so much wealth do I have today, and I will gain more according to my schemes. So much is mine now, and it will increase in the future more and more. He is my enemy, and I have killed him, and my other enemies will also be killed. I am the Lord of everything. I am the enjoyer. I am perfect, powerful, and happy. I am the I am the richest man, surrounded by aristocratic relatives. There is none so powerful and happy as I am. I shall perform sacrifices. I shall give some charity, and thus I shall rejoice. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance. Understand, even good quality, good things you are seeing, right? Charity and sacrifices. All these are good activities. All these are good activities, but this is for our purification. But here it is mentioned demonic. Why demonic? Why? Are these demonic activities? Doing sacrifice, doing charity. What is demonic?
He's considering I'm the enjoyer.
I am. Demonic mentality means I, me, and mine. This is demonic mentality. Yes, that's what I said, like 3 modes. Even you're doing a spiritual activity externally, but if we in which consciousness we are doing, that is very, very important to understand. Like I said, bhakti in 3 modes. Huh? So we can do bhakti in 3 modes: mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. So when it comes to mode of ignorance, like in Srimad Bhagavatam, beautiful example is given there. In 3rd canto, Lord Kapila Dev, he is explaining to Mother Devahuti the devotion in 3 modes. So devotion in mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. And next, in his 4th canto, there is example of these 3 personalities representing these 3 modes. Devotion in 3 modes. 4th canto, when we go through, we see the first character which is being discussed is Daksha. Daksha, he is a Prajapati, and he is representing devotion in mode of ignorance. He is doing big sacrifices.
Right.
So devotion, when it is with pride, arrogance, anger, lust. Lust means, like it is mentioned, I am doing it so that I can enjoy. Means I am the center, not Krishna. I am the center. I am doing it so that people should glorify. I am doing so many big sacrifices, so many donations, this, that. I should get recognized. This is devotion in mode of ignorance. Like you go to many temples and you will see the whole wall is filled with names and with fan and chair.
Donations.
Donation names. Passion and ignorance is mixed. Even this is very subtle topic. This topic, once we understand, Krishna is saying you will be liberated. Very subtle. Now what we are discussing, even this is advanced. So, because anything we are doing, anything we are, means our lifestyle, our thought process, everything is influenced with the 3 modes of material nature. And we all are having those 3 modes. And the nature of these 3 modes, it is fluctuating. Sometimes mode of goodness, sometimes mode of passion, sometimes mode of ignorance. We all going through this. And sometimes even the same activity, even that one activity in mode of, like in mode of passion also, there will be different levels. Closer to goodness or closer to ignorance. Passion, closer to goodness or closer to ignorance. So it's all about.
I mean, जिस दिन हमारी chanting अच्छी होती है, that means that day we were in, or during that time we were in mode of goodness. Or suppose chanting अच्छी नहीं हो रही, so that means we are more towards the ignorance and.
The activity we are doing is a spiritual activity.
Right.
This is a spiritual activity.
When we
But
feel sometimes ना कि आज बहुत अच्छा chanting हुआ है आज like.
feeling good, that is good. Like if we are enjoying, means this is also a good topic to understand. Like sometimes we say that enjoying propensity. The spiritual practices, whatever we are doing is for the enjoyment of Krishna. But means it is not for our enjoyment. But enjoying with Krishna is always better. Because because Krishna wants us to enjoy. And we want Krishna to enjoy. So whatever spiritual practices we are doing, reading, hearing, everything, it should be dedicated to Krishna. I am doing it for the Krishna's pleasure. Right? And when Krishna is happy, we will automatically be happy. That is the way of devotional service we should do. But maybe at this point of time, we may not be at that stage. Because this is a very advanced stage when we are doing everything for Krishna. Right? Because we have been conditioned for so many lifetimes. And now, this hearing process helping us to understand what is what. Means what we should do and how we should do and what should be the mood behind. So this is what we are trying to understand. So here we see that even spiritual practices, sacrifice, charity, but if it is in mode of ignorance, that is demonic. Demonic means mode of ignorance. Right? So So Daksha, if we see the story of Daksha, do you know about the story of Daksha? You all know about it, Daksha? He was, I mean,
Father of Mother Sati.
Daksha, he is the father of Sati, and Sati, she married Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is such an exalted personality. He is a Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. He is full with all divine qualities, no? But because Daksha, he was very envious, very jealous, very envious to Lord Shiva. He was never liking him. And because Sati, she was liking, and because of that, even he is, though she was his daughter, but he started hating her. This is the nature of envious person. He was doing so much glorious sacrifices, but Lord Shiva was more famous. He was getting more fame. So he became so much envious. This is the nature of envious person. They are not happy with what they have. No? Or you can say, they do not count what they have. They always regret for what they do not have. They always just they don't have that attitude of gratitude. They always see that what I'm lacking. This is also demonic mentality. We should be grateful whatever we have, right? And envious people will not see others getting success. Means if they see others being successful, they become very morose or dissatisfied. This is the nature of enviousness. Cannot see others how they are getting success. I deserve so much. I am so much qualified. This is pride. They are full with pride. Dambham, Matsarya, Dambha. Matsarya means enviousness, and Dambham means pride. So these people in mode of ignorance, they are filled with these kind of qualities. Pride, they will be pride. I am so great. I am so knowledgeable. I am so. That's why we have to be very much careful, very much alert. Even in spiritual practices, when we experience or when we become advanced, people glorifying, respecting, that is very dangerous. Because you then develop a sense of pride. I am so special. And the same thing, your strength can become your greatest weakness in spiritual life. It's all about the consciousness. If I understand that whatever I have in my life, it is just by the mercy of Krishna. It is just by the mercy of Guru. I don't have my personal, anything and everything in my life is mercy. Means whatever, we should just pass it. So this way we can become humble. Otherwise, we become proud. Pride is there then. So we see all these things happening. How envious he was to Lord Shiva. When he entered into the assembly, everybody just respected Daksha. Everybody stood up. But two people, Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, they were sitting. So he could not see that so many people respecting. But only one thing he saw, that Lord Shiva. Okay, Lord Brahma, because he is my father. So he is senior to me. He is not, that is fine. But Shiva, he is my brother, son-in-law. And he is not respecting me. And he becomes so furious. He started abusing and criticizing. And so this is the nature of envious people. Never satisfied. Always criticizing, finding faults. Demonic, this is the nature. So if we are practicing devotional service, but if we are having enviousness towards others, we are having this pride, anger, then that is devotion in mode of ignorance. And devotion in mode of passion. So the next example in 4th canto after Daksha is Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj is example in devotion in mode of passion. Mode of passion, what is the quality of people in mode of passion? Ambitious. They desire. They have endless desires. So we know the story of Dhruva. He wanted to sit on the lap of his father, and Suruchi, and she, stepmother, and she just said that if you want to sit on the lap of your father, then you need to take birth from my womb. So she was very harshly she spoke. Because Dhruva Maharaj, he was a Kshatriya. So out of anger, he decided that, okay, so I'll show you. I'll get the kingdom, greater than, bigger than my grandfather. Who is grandfather of Lord Brahma? So he said, okay, I will do that. And he just approached his mother, Suniti, and his mother said that, okay, if you want this, this kind of desire, only Lord can fulfill. And where I can get Lord? So she suggested that I have heard that Lord is there in jungle. People, this Muni, saintly people, they go to jungle and do austerity. And Dhruva Maharaj, just at the age of 5, he left home and he went to jungle and he did so much austerity. Even Narad Muni, his spiritual master, first of all, he suggested, he was just checking. He suggested that, no, you are a small boy, don't hear, go back home, because see, in jungle so many ferocious animals are there, this is not good for you, go back. So he was testing. Sometimes even spiritual master, they check us, how much dedicated we are. And based on our dedication, they give service, they give instruction. The spiritual master will not speak anything, give you instruction. Based on your dedication, based on the disciples' dedication, give services. So, and getting service is mercy. Like we approach a spiritual master, give me mercy, give me mercy. What is mercy? Understand what is mercy. What is mercy for you? Mercy is getting a good car, getting a good flat, getting good like a partner, life partner. Is it a mercy? For us it may be a mercy, but real mercy is when we get service, when we get instruction from a spiritual master for some service, when we get real chastisement for our advancement. That is mercy. But it is very difficult to understand at initial stages. So, seeing the determination of Dhruva Maharaj, Narad Muni guided him, instructed him. Okay, if you want Lord, you chant this mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and do this austerity. So he, following the instruction without any, this is also second point. Like akamo sarva kamo va moksha kamo udaradhi tivrena bhakti yogena. Understand, this is very important pastime. I will discuss this point. But here we see having faith, having conviction in the teachings or in the instruction of Narad Muni. Dhruva started following the instruction with determination. Dhruva means determination. This is very much important. This one quality is very, very important. And he started doing whatever instruction he got, he started doing austerity, and within 6 months, Lord was there in front of him. And when he saw the Lord, so what was his realization and conclusion? You remember?
Broken glasses.
He said, I was here for broken glasses, but now I got a diamond. Then Krishna is saying, okay, no, anyway, but you are here, let me fulfill your desire. I will give you Dhruva Loka, Dhruva planet. So material desire he had, it was fulfilled, but by the time he saw Krishna, by the time he realized, there was no material desire. This is the beauty of devotion. So that's why it is mentioned, akamo sarva kamo va. Whether you have desire, personal desire, material desire, no worry. But if you are following the instruction of a spiritual master, if you are following the teachings of a scripture, you are on the right path. You are on the right path. Gradually, eventually, the heart will purify, yes, and will achieve perfection. The real wealth, the real wealth. Because all these different wealth we are talking about, money, position, this, that, these are all external. These are all temporary in nature. This is a facility. We may need it, but we have to understand this is not eternal. As long as we have it, we must utilize it to advance in Krishna consciousness. Our real wealth is our values, our principles, our attitude, our elevation of consciousness. That is our real wealth. That is what which is going to help us in this life and after this life. And all these divine qualities we develop when we come in contact with divine source, that divinity, that is Krishna consciousness. So determination, just when we have desire, just go on with, follow the process, go on. Keep on chanting, keep on reading, keep on hearing, keep yourself in devotees association. Transformation will take place gradually, eventually. But yes, if we want to speed up the process, so these activities will help, but these activities alone will not help. We have to understand why we are doing these activities. The only purpose of doing these activities is to develop love for Krishna, develop love for divinity, develop love for our spiritual, that journey. I mean, if we develop this, then everything is going to be in place. We will fulfill our material desire also in a way that will not disturb, that will not agitate us, that will help us to advance in Krishna consciousness. No? So don't think that only means when we are practicing Krishna consciousness we will not have material benefits or material facilities. Everything will be there as and when required. Krishna gives in such a way so that we should advance in Krishna consciousness, and at the same time He will fulfill our desires also. So devotees are never bereft of anything. They get the best of the both worlds, material and spiritual world. It's a win-win situation. So I, me and mine, this is demoniac. Yeah, the last example, let me now, Dhruva Maharaj is the example in mode of passion, devotion in mode of passion. And after that there is another character, Prithu Maharaj. So Prithu Maharaj is example of devotion in mode of goodness. He was also doing sacrifice, but he was not attached with what I am going to get. He was doing for the cause, for the betterment of others, for the betterment of citizens. He was not having any attachment to material wealth, because he was knowing the process that sacrifice is for the pleasure of Krishna. And if I do it, then everybody will be happy. So he was following the process based on scriptures. So mode of goodness means living life based on scriptural injunctions. Right? People in mode of goodness, they know what they are doing and why they are doing. The only thing is they are attached with sense of happiness. This is subtle. Means they are happy. They are attached with. Little bit of I is there. That because I am doing this. This I is still there. I is still center. But maybe that conditioning or that level of attachment to this I is less. That's the only difference. And Krishna is suggesting that because our purpose is not only mode of goodness. We have to go beyond mode of goodness. That is called Shuddha Satogun, or that is called transcendental platform. That is called Krishna conscious life. So, but this is a platform at least we should reach upon, because this is very conducive to advance in Krishna consciousness. So 3 modes of material nature, the discussion was for this purpose only, that at least we should see that our behavior, our thought process, our eating habits, everything is in mode of goodness. At least we should try to be maximum in mode of goodness. Whenever we are deviating, at least we should bring back to this mode. And here, being at this platform, we should do our spiritual practices like charities, whatever we are doing. Then that will help us to come to the next level. So, yes. Thus perplexed by various anxieties and bound by a network of illusions, they become too strongly attached to sense enjoyment and fall down into hell. So ultimately, this is the conclusion or the culmination or the destination of people with demoniac mentality. Finally, they fall in hell. Self-complacent and always impudent, deluded by wealth and false prestige, they sometimes proudly perform sacrifices in name only. Self-complacent means self-centered for prestige. Deluded with wealth and false pride, because they think that I am so wealthy, I am so powerful, I can do anything, I am the creator, I am the maintainer. This kind of thought process they have. Like all the demoniac personality you talk about, Ravana, you talk about Hiranyakashipu, Kamsa, They had all these
So we can
mentalities.
put Duryodhan under this category.
Duryodhan, yes.
And this thing.
Demoniac means demoniac nature. These are the nature of demoniac people. And somehow or other, we also have all these things. Any materialistic people, we all have this kind of mentality. Maybe less or more, but we all have this. And our journey, we are just purifying. We are, with the help of spiritual practices, at least we are trying to improve, or we are trying to align our nature to divine, to divinity. So that is. So they sometimes proudly perform sacrifices in the name only, without following any rules and regulations. Have you seen this? They sometimes, I've seen big people. They do some yagya, and invite so many big people. I'm doing yagya, so that people should know that, okay, I'm so religious, I'm doing it. But they do not follow any rules and regulations of the scriptures. Just do it as a formality, not following rules and regulations, and so many things happening. So this is also demoniac. Even any activity, if we are not doing as per scripture, like many things, mental concocted, some process people start doing that in the name of religion, and it becomes very popular. Means any activity, if you do it on a regular basis, maybe after some time it becomes a kind of tradition, and that becomes a culture. So I told you one story, you remember? Without any scriptural injunction, there was a marriage, and in that marriage, you remember the story of that cat? Huh? There was a marriage,
Selfie.
not selfie. There was a marriage, and in that there was a cat just roaming around here and there, and somebody just caught up that cat and just tied it nearby where the bride and groom, this marriage ceremony was going on, and they just tied up the cat over there. And the people over there, they saw that, okay, there is a cat tied up with that pole. And later on, in next generation, and some marriage ceremony was there, and everything was arranged, and they could not see cat. Where is cat? No, that is a culture. I could see in my family earlier. So there should be a cat. So again, they caught a cat and then tied up with their pole nearby, and the marriage ceremony. And over a period of time, the next generation, now it became a tradition. A cat must be there. Any marriage. So without any reference, people start something. All these chocolate day, coffee day, I mean, these are all mental concoction.
Especially that Halloween, we not understand.
Halloween.
Halloween, what does it mean?
Just doing
People
it
are just doing
without
it
any
without
reason.
any-
So
Valentine's Day में कुछ बोलते हैं?
there are so many things. Maybe some reason is there. If we understand the truth behind it, even Valentine's Day, like you are saying, Maharaj name, what is that? That Maharaj who had made a video on this, especially not on this also. Christmas Day, a very nice video. Every year I see on that, especially on Christmas Day. People not understanding the purpose, why they are celebrating Christmas. And they are doing so much of slaughtering, killing animals, so much of wine, without understanding the purpose. So that is demoniac. So no rules and regulations. So bewildered by false ego, strength, pride, lust and anger, the demons become envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is situated in their own bodies and in the bodies of others, and blaspheme against the real religion. Because they do not have faith in God, they are out of the illusion. They think because they have some power, they have some fame, they have some intelligence, and based on that they think that I am the creator, means there's no God, whatever is done is just by nature happening, everything automatically like that. This kind of mentality they have. So they do not believe in God, and that's why they do not follow the religious principles, religion. They reject it. And of course, in the name of religion, so many people doing wrong things. So it's not that blindly accepting everything. Like Prabhupada used to say that If you have a problem in your eyes, if you have cataract problem, it does not mean that you should remove your eyes. You should treat your eyes, right? Like in the name of religion, so many things going on. So it does not mean that religion is bad and let's get the religion out of life. That is wrong. That is means the solution. We are removing the solution itself. We are throwing the solution itself out. So uh, we should be careful what we are doing, why we are doing, what is the purpose of religious principles, any rituals, any practices we are doing. There is a purpose. If we understand that purpose, real purpose, then there will be no fight. People in the name of externals, they are fighting because they do not know the essence of religion. Any scripture teaching you love, any religious principle is to bring us on that platform because we are not on that platform. So all these rituals, no, that is just to help us so that from whichever stage we are in, we can advance. Rituals means all rules and regulations. This is not why we are doing this. What is the need of, like in our temple we see so many rituals. When we come in front of Lord, we bow down, or applying tilak, or doing tulsi parikrama, or chanting. All these are different activities. Just not external activity. It's not just activity. There is it's a process and with a purpose. So the more we understand the purpose and the more we engage in such kind of rituals, then we will see a difference in life. We will experience that difference. So nothing is just mentally concocted. Okay, no, because it is okay. ISKCON doing like this, or it means any institution, if they have some process, if we are following anything, first of all we should ask, okay, why I'm doing this? What is the purpose? Is it just a mechanical process? No, there is a meaning behind it. So understanding that and practicing with that understanding will help us. Yeah. So godless people, demoniac people means godless people. They cannot experience that God is there within. Those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among man, I perpetually cast into the ocean of material existence, into various demoniac species of life. Now Krishna, very hard statement, very strong statement. What is saying? So all these people, the nature we are talking about, demoniac people, Krishna is saying envious and mischievous, who are lowest among man. Lowest among man, I think twice and thrice this word has been used, Naradhama. Lowest among man means like we see four classes of people, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. But these people, they do not come into these four categories. They are lowest among the man, not following at all the scriptures or not having any faith in God. So Krishna is saying, I perpetually cast into the ocean of material existence, into various demoniac species of life. Is Krishna partial? If you see that, either demoniac people or demons or divine, both are ultimately, if you see, who is the source? Krishna alone. He is the source. All these are different kinds of species. Divine, demoniac, human, animals. These are different species. And Krishna is saying that no, somebody not following me or somebody not having divine nature or following instructions of Krishna, is saying that I cast them into material existence. Again and again, they are going to different kinds of hellish planets, different kinds of lower bodies. So what does it show? Is Krishna partial? Somebody who is following him, he is bringing them back to home, back to Godhead. Somebody who is not following him, he is throwing them to this material pool, material existence. Is it partiality? Huh? Is it not partial? Somebody following me, I'll accept. Somebody not following me, I'll reject. So externally, it looks partiality. But Prabhupada explaining, Krishna is never partial. Everybody is a children of God. Krishna is not partial. Yes. Even Krishna's killing is also his mercy. It's a different expression of mercy. Ultimately, like Krishna is killing, he's also now even demons we see. He killed Putana, but Putana was delivered. So many other demons, they were killed by Krishna, but they were delivered, they were liberated. So even somebody not following the injunction, somebody is doing sinful activity, punishment for the person is for his advancement. As per Manu Samhita also, if somebody is doing sinful activity if the king is not punishing the person, that is sinful. So punishment is also for the benefit of the person who is committing sin. At least he is getting free from the karmic reaction. No? So from this point of view, because this is Krishna's mercy, it's very difficult to understand at this stage. I mean, point is, because ultimately Krishna is not going to interfere with our free will. He is just giving us a choice. He is just giving us these. He is making us aware of these two kinds of people. If you have this mentality, you will be happy. If you have divine mentality, divine mindset, divine nature, you will be happy. But if you are having demoniac mindset, thought process, way of life, then you are going to suffer. That is the clear message he is giving. So even suffering in life, because this suffering eventually, if somebody is fortunate, over a period of time will realize. So you see all the even demonic people also at the end of death, means at the time of death, they had some realization. You know, even Ravana at the time of death he accepted. So even suffering, though it's it's a school of hard knocks, but it's also, if you understand the real purpose of whatever is happening in our life, no, even suffering is also a kind of blessing, a mercy. But if we take it in a right way, if we accept it with proper understanding, with proper mood, this also becomes a kind of mercy. This is a mercy. We may not accept at this point of time. I'm telling you, we are reading it, hearing it, but most of the realizations in life we get when we are going through tough time. We realize it. We are not going to pray for it, that we should suffer to realize, but the point is, even suffering, if we have knowledge, then we can have a real understanding or realization of that subject, that knowledge. So Krishna is not partial. Krishna is like sun. He is dissipating his light to everyone. If somebody is not ready to accept that, that is his problem. So we are having that free will. So it's all about Krishna is merciful to everyone. Now, who is accepting his mercy, who is not accepting, that is his individual choice. Now the 21, verse number 21, this is now concluding. If you see all these different nature, the different qualities we see now. So he's saying, if you culminate all these things, demoniac people means these qualities like lust, anger, greed, pride, envy, illusion, six. These six qualities means demoniac qualities. And Krishna is saying, Trividham narkaschedam dvaram nashanam atmana kama krodha tatha lobha tasmat trayam tasmat etat trayam tyaje. So now he is giving instruction. What instruction he is giving? There are three gates leading to this hell. So first of all, he said that demoniac people, they go to hell because of their demoniac tendency, demoniac nature. And the three gates leading to this hell, which are those? Lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should give these up, for they lead to the degradation of the soul. Very important shloka of this chapter. The man who has escaped these three gates of hell, O son of Kunti, performs acts conducive to self-realization and thus gradually attains the supreme destination. Even this shloka, I mean, this is what even I wanted to discuss in detail, but somehow time is no much time we have. But these three qualities or demoniac qualities, lust, anger, and greed. What is the source of lust? Anger, greed. I mean, all these, if you talk about, where from lust generates? Source of lust, which
Desire.
mode? Which mode?
Desire.
Desire, that is desire only. But which mode? If you remember about lust, huh? Mode of
ignorance.
Mode of ignorance and passion. More passion. It is more about passion. Kamaesha krodesha. Kamaesha krodesha rajo guna samudbhava. Third chapter. Rajo guna. Mode of passion. Because of mode of passion, lust, kama, means it arises from mode of passion. Means lust means a desire for sense enjoyment, desire for means all those desire which is away from Krishna, no? That is called lust. So that it is because of mode of passion, and if the lust is fulfilled, then we develop greed, and if lust is not fulfilled, we develop anger. So ultimately, all these are connected. And mode of passion is the source, and that's why it is recommended that we should at least be in mode of goodness. Always we should try to be in mode of goodness. Otherwise, these one demoniac quality, then it will lead to many other demoniac qualities or demoniac action. So, any demoniac person you talk about, you will see these qualities. Especially this shloka I have been discussing with the reference of Ravana. So Ravana within. So if you see lust, anger, greed, Ravana is a personification of these qualities. Lust, anger, greed. And in short, we know that somebody may be you may be powerful, the most powerful, and you may be the most opulent. You may have so many, whatever you have, but somebody having these qualities, lust, anger, and greed, he will be destroyed. That is what we are learning. Anybody, what to talk about us? Even people like Ravana and Hiranyakashipu, they were controlling the three worlds because of lust, because of their anger, because of greed. They were destroyed. Hiranyakashipu, how much he had? He was controlling all the three worlds. Everybody was worshipping him like God. Just one person. Just one person. His own son Prahlad rejected. No, you are not God. You are part and parcel of God. And he became so furious, so envious. So these are demoniac qualities. I mean, these are the gateway to hell. So, yes, overcoming lust. How we can overcome this? How we can be free from? And Krishna in next verse is saying that anybody who escaping these three gates, is saying that what they do, they perform acts conducive to self-realization and thus gradually attain the supreme destination. So if we are influenced with these qualities, demoniac qualities, it's very difficult to perform devotional services, practices, or working for self-realization. It's not possible. So overcoming lust is very, very important. What is the opposite of lust? Lust is what?
Desire.
Lust is desire. Satisfaction. All these are different terms. This is also very important to understand what is lust. Desire is, we always have desire. What is lust? Lusty desires.
Desire to enjoy independent of Krishna.
Desire means all those desires which is not helping me to come closer to Krishna. desire means material desire. Desire means I, me, and mine centered desire. Desire means all this sense enjoyment, that is called. Just for me, that is material desire. And when that desire become very intense, that you forget everything, that is called lust. When you forget everything, all rules and regulations, and you just want to fulfill that desire, nobody can check that. It becomes lust. Lust is like the desire is there, but that you are very much attached with that desire. No, it's very difficult to stop that.
Supposing like just a simple thing in terms of food, like somebody likes a food and it's it's not sattvic,
Yes.
and you really like as an exception,
Yes.
you really want to eat it, and you've gone out with people, and then you just eat it. Like, you don't, you can't control the food.
Yeah,
It's
this
very
is
good.
anything
So-
and everything. It may be food, it may be
Physical or material?
people. Means
That's also lust. Eating something which is.
yeah, anything. That's what I'm saying. Even if you have attraction for food, if you have attraction for anything, but if you are so much attached that you cannot, you are ready to give up all rules and regulations or all injunctions just to satisfy your one sense, maybe tongue, maybe ear, maybe eyes, nose. All these are senses. Sense gratification means too much attachment. If your mind, that is what Krishna is saying that. No? Means in that situation, what happens? Your intelligence is lost. When your mind is connected to any of the senses. Yadato, what is that? Yadato hi apikanteya purushashya vipashchita. Even intelligent person. Because mind is so powerful. And when the mind is associated with any of the senses, which is connected to looking for any sense object always, and when the mind is with the senses together, it becomes so powerful that even intelligent people, they lost their intelligence. So you can introspect and you can see in any area, in any field, it happens. That's why Arjuna is asking this question. Why people, they commit sin? Even they know that this is not good. Anything you can see. I know that this eating is not good for me, or this kind of activity or this kind of thought process is not good for me. But still, I am forced to do that. That force is lust. Kamesha, krodesha. Now, see, sense control, mind control, what is this? Because we are having so much temptation for something, agitation for something, we are not able to stop that. And sense control, mind control is the first criteria of any spiritual practices, anything, in any field, even in material life. If you want to achieve success, then temptation, controlling your temptation, agitation, that is first criteria. It's very difficult. Even one thinker, I don't remember the name, he said that I can control anything except temptations. So it's not easy. And that's what we were discussing about that, what is marshmallow, one research, Harvard University, understanding how much important this is. So we'll not go in that detail. Point is, if we want to progress in a spiritual life, if we want to be happy in life, we must control this lust. And only one way is there to, means we cannot remove it. We cannot remove desires. Desire is always going to be there. Only we need to redirect it. Redirect it. Though when I wanted to discuss this subject only today, somehow I got deviated. But on one thing which can help us to get free from this lust, that is love. The opposite of lust is love. Love towards Krishna.
Contentment.
Means, because lust and love, if you see the same thing, there's no huge difference. Like in spiritual world, there's love. And that love in material world is called lust. When we are focusing towards material things, if our goal is material sense enjoyment, material expectations, material desire, that is called lust. Because as much material desire we have, Means we are bound to take birth in this material world. We are bound to suffer in this material world. Right? I, me, mine mentality will be there. Yes? And simply that desire to enjoy, that desire, we have to divert it to Krishna consciousness. Let's make it more simple even. We can discuss this point. How you can make, because we are not asking you to stop your desire, because this is not possible. Anybody asking you become desireless, do not speak, become desireless. Is it possible? Do you think? Is it possible to become desireless? No.
Not always.
Every day, even research is speaking about every day, almost 60,000 desires, thought process. Every moment we are thinking, every moment. We cannot stop it. Not possible. Only we can redirect it to right direction. Right now we have our desire, material desire. Now Krishna consciousness means we are practicing how to dovetail our desire with the desire of Krishna. That's it. That's it. Nothing is going to stop. We will enjoy more. This is means it's all about practice. Because right now we are so much attached with I. We do not want to serve anybody else. We would just want to serve my desires. Means why should I serve others? The moment we understand this science, serving Krishna means serving self. If we serve Krishna, means we are going to be more happier than Krishna himself. Only having this conviction. Actually, when we speak about spirituality and when we say these are the terms, when we use, we see that, okay, I am going to serve somebody else. Because right now my mentality, my mindset is that people should serve me, people should respect me, people should worship me. I should be glorified. But here in spiritual practices, we are being asked, no, we should glorify Krishna. We should respect Krishna. We should worship. We should serve Krishna. Because so much conditioning is there. We are not ready to do that. So, what to talk about others? Even if we are in so much conditioned that we are not ready to serve God, so there is no question of serving others. No question of that. So this whole process, why we ask that, we say that, okay, we need to learn how to love God, how we need to serve God. Because ultimately, then only we will transform this lust into love, and that is the need of our heart. Once we have that love, natural love, then automatically we will be satisfied. We will be satisfied. And as in the beginning I was saying that we may not experience, we may not have faith or that much conviction as of now, but just go on with the process. Just always have to remember that this is what the goal of life, and over a period of time experience it. So let me just conclude with two last slokas. So this chapter we will conclude. So he who discards scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims attains neither perfection nor happiness nor the supreme destination. Very clear message Krishna is saying that. Means he's saying that if we do not follow the process, then no perfection, no happiness, no supreme destination. Does not matter what we do. One should therefore understand what is duty and what is not duty by the regulations of the scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated. So, we are reading Bhagavad Gita. First purpose is to understand what is duty, what is not. So we have two kinds of duty towards body, duty towards soul. To maintain our life, we have varnashram vyavastha, wherein based on our varna and ashram, we have some rules and regulations and that will help us to maintain our bodily needs. And ultimate purpose of maintaining our body, or uh, the purpose is to utilize it in such a way so that we can develop Krishna consciousness, God consciousness, love for God. So that is the perfection. And all these resources, like body is a resource, our wealth is a resource, intelligence is a resource, mind is a resource. We need to just utilize it for the right purpose. Yes. So we are concluding here this chapter. A wonderful, I mean, you can go through the purpose, a very detailed knowledge is there. What is the essence of learning today? I mean, if you see the essence of this chapter, what learning we are getting and how we are going to practice in life. Anybody would like to share?
Introspection.
Introspection.
And
Yes.
we should seek guidance before acting.
Yes. Yes. Guidance. Where from we get guidance?
Guru, Sadhu, Shastra.
Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. Like this is the scripture.
Scriptures.
We are getting knowledge from a scripture. But again, like Prana Mataji said, scripture alone may not help. Because नहीं तो होगा selective learning. अपनी मर्जी से हम उसमें से कुछ भी निकालेंगे. So we need a guide, somebody who is practicing. So realized souls who can help us to understand this message. Yes. Saintly people, association. और क्या चीजें हैं?
For today, for me, it's prepare a to-be list.
To be list. Yeah, very
To-be
important.
list needs to be prepared before a to-do list.
This is very practical now.
That's
To be list, इसका एक और simple तरीका मैं बताता हूँ. Just find out one ideal person in your life. कोई एक ideal person जो आपको inspire करता है, and you want to become like. You don't have to copy. Copy नहीं करना है. या कि हम सोचे कि हम वैसा ही बन जाए, नहीं. Inspiration. कि this is a personality. And then automatically you will find out your list, to be list. What are those qualities you need to develop to become like that? And then being in association of such kind of people or that person means उनकी जो overall behavior को observe करना, right? Like we want to become devotee, right? Being devotee is a perfection of life. तो हम अब ये जो सारी devotees हैं, जो personalities हैं, exalted devotees हैं, why we study their life? Just to understand उनका thought process क्या है, उनका dealing कैसा है, उनका behavior कैसा है, and how we can practice that. अब वही exalted personalities, Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, all these are very exalted personalities. We may not be at that level. The point is taking some inspiration. I should develop this thought process. Kunti Maharani, the kind of thought process she had, tough time, उस tough time को कैसे वो देख रही हैं. All these are inspirations we are taking from. So all these big exalted personalities means taking some inspiration so that we can follow the footstep and lead that life. और क्या कर सकते हैं? Let's so yes, to be list तैयार करिए. और yeah, find out your some idea.
Divine and demonic में divine is for self, for the pleasure of Krishna, and demonic is for self pleasure, and immediate pleasures के लिए demonic personalities काम करती हैं.
Immediate. They are not. उनको पता ही नहीं है future. Whatever is there, I mean, future means not I'll say future, but
eternal true happiness.
I mean, just temporary things. उसके लिए. Alright, ये demoniac और divine word use करते हैं कहीं भी तो हमें that's what I will use, aligned, disaligned. कई बार लोग people feel offended. Even when we were hearing, ऐसा लगता है demoniac, my God, I am a demon. So that's what we. Demon is not just it's all different kinds of nature we all have within. And this is a journey of purification. This is a journey of elevation. Amazing journey, I'm telling you. And these are the real wealth. And for this, people will really, remember you.
Yeah.
Though our purpose is not people remembering us or not, but Krishna will definitely remember. That in such a situation, somebody, some devotee, they are trying so hard to develop all these divine qualities because he wants me, he loves me, and nothing is easy. We have to, then there is austerity required for that. Otherwise, it's very difficult. So, being in association with devotees will help. It becomes easy in association because we get empowered. So, thank you so much for giving association and doing such nice discussions in these classes, reminding ourselves the purpose so that eventually at least we will become serious in our practices and achieve perfection of life. Thank you so much. Thank you.